Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you just a quick video of things that you'll need if you want to start a Project Life album. I've been posting my spreads and everything on Instagram and YouTube as I can and on my blog, and everyone seems to be saying, how do you have time for this? I'm so behind on my photo books, I'm so behind on my scrapbooking, that kind of thing. And then a lot of people have started asking where I get my supplies, where to find these things that you'll need to make your first album. And so I wanted to do a really quick video to show you kind of what you're gonna need if you want to do something like this. And honestly, it's not hard to find. So I hope that this helps. Feel free to leave me any questions that you have in the comments, and I'll try to answer them in a another video in the future. So here we go. So the first thing that you're going to need to make an album like this is just a binder. It's just a 3-ring, it's a D-ring binder. The size that I'm working at right now is 6 by 8, and I know some of you have said that you try to find this at the store and all they have are the big ones, the 12 by 12s, and that's not what you're looking for. So my advice to you guys is to look on Amazon, because they have a ton of things at this size that will be perfect for what you need. So I just got this craft one at Hobby Lobby. I think it was, I don't know, $6 or $7, and it had some page protectors in it already. But they have a lot that are leather or fake leather or patterned binders, that kind of thing. So this one is pretty simple, but you should be able to find these on Amazon. The next thing that you'll need are page protectors, and these are also 6 by 8. This one's upside down here. I tend to just find whatever they have in the store and buy it, because I think they're phasing this size out at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and I've even found some at Paper Source before. So if I see them on sale or anything like that, I go ahead and stock up on them. The Project Life is probably the most popular brand. I really like this Design 3, which, as you can see, is like one big picture at the bottom. Excuse me. Excuse me. One big picture at the bottom and then 2 smaller pictures at the top. I also like the one that's 4 small pictures. So especially those I tend to stock up on. But you can find these at Michael's. You can also find them on Amazon, Becky Higgins' website, scrapbook.com, any of those kinds of places. You should be able to find them. But again, I think they're really interchangeable. So like this one you can see was on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and it's a Snap Studio by Simple Stories brand. So it doesn't really matter what the brand is. The only difference you might find is that the hole punches in your pages might be in different spots, because certain brands do 3-ring and certain do 2. But honestly, I think I'd rather find what I can find and punch holes in if I need to. So if they're ever don't have holes in the right spot, I just go ahead and punch them myself, so that way they fit in whatever binder I'm using. So those are the first 2 things that you're going to need. Obviously you're going to need pictures. Pictures and paper. And you can start with plain paper. You can go ahead and buy, the cards that are already set at the correct sizes for your album. You can cut bigger pages down, because the 12 by 12 is really easy to find in the stores. It's really up to you. I mean, you can make your own cards, or you can purchase ones that are pre-designed. I really like the Beautiful Messy Box kits and Kelly Purkey's kits, because they don't have rounded corners. But if you don't mind the rounded corners, Becky Higgins and all of the people who design for her make a ton of kits that you can get at Michael's or on Amazon, anything like that. So you'll want to have some selection of paper and photos printed. If anybody wants tips on sizing your photos for those albums, just let me know and I can try to make up a document or a video about it. The next things that you're going to want are kind of, not necessary, but they're things that I use a lot, so I thought I'd share real quick what they are. The first thing is just a slide paper cutter. I do not cut straight on my own, So I really like having this because I can make sure that my photos are straight, my paper is straight, etc. They're really nice because you can, if this blade ever gets dull, you can throw it away and get a new one to sharpen it up. So anyway, I use this all the time and highly recommend it if you don't have a steady cutting hand, because I do not. The next thing that I would recommend are these Scotch tape rollers. You can buy replacement inserts when they run out, but basically you just roll it along the edge of your photo or whatever it is you're wanting to stick down, and they work really well. I use them for photos, I use them for little embellishments because they come off in little tiny rectangles, so they're really great for sticking things down of all sizes. So highly recommend something like this. They have, you know, giant ones, they have, it's a lot easier than the ones that you peel apart separately from like a tape roll, so I think these are easier for me. The next thing is all related to stamping. So one of the reasons that I got into this was I found some videos by Purkey on her YouTube, and she makes these really cool stamps, and a lot of people make them as well, but they're acrylic stamps. So if you're like me, you're probably used to the ones on a wooden block, but these actually come on flat packages like this, and then they're adhesive on one side. So you peel them off and you stick them on an acrylic block of some kind. This is one of the sizes that I have. And then you can use it to stamp your photos, stamp your cards, whatever you're stamping. And then when you're done, you just peel them off, put them back on your sheet, and you're good to go. So these are really awesome. Tons of brands have these, like I said, but they've really made stamping easier for me, and they're flat, so they're easier to store. They're just more fun. I think I can be more creative with them than something that's, you know, only has like one or two uses. So I really like these, and you'll need an acrylic block or two. I have a couple different sizes, but I use this one a lot. They have them at Michael's, basically any craft store. They have a really nice value pack online on Amazon that is always on my wish list. So the next thing is, or I guess I should say, if you have a new stamp that you haven't used before, you're going to want to use an eraser to kind of like rough up the edges of your stamp, so that way it takes the ink better. And then I always go ahead and test stamp once on some scratch paper before using it, just to make sure I didn't leave any eraser gunk on it. So you'll want to keep an eraser with your stuff. The next thing is a date stamp. This is a Heidi swap date stamp, and I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. I don't know how well you can see it, but it has the month in like a script font, and then you can just roll these little rollers to change the date in the year. So, you know, I think this was $7 or something like that, and I use it a lot. But they make all kinds of different ones for different brands, so really just find the one that you like the best. And then the last thing is this ink. It stays on. It's more expensive than regular ink, but it's really great because it doesn't wipe off your photos or other slick surfaces like vellum, or, you know, if you have a transparency or something that is slick, the ink might kind of wipe off when you stamp it, but this ink does not, and I've had really good luck with this one. So if you're looking for an ink like this, I highly recommend StaysOn. So there you go. That's really all that I needed to start doing my own album. Let me know what questions you have for me, because I'm happy to sort of pass along information as needed. So leave your questions in the comments, and I'm happy to share some more thoughts in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.